Hi guys, and welcome back to the next part of my random auction block Road to Glory. Thank you all for commenting last time. A lot of good comments on certain filters to put in, and I've chosen the three that I'm going to go with, and the first one of them is going to be the Draft Champions filter. I know there's not a lot of Draft Champions players on the auction house, so hopefully we'll end up getting one of the good ones. Server time's out there, so we're going to have to try that again. And we end up getting 94 cornerback Joe Hayden, who, pretty good card to be honest. He's not one of the best cards in the game. If you look at them stats, he's not one of the better 94 overalls, but he'll definitely do a better job than the silver players that we have in at the moment. So we're getting really lucky with the picks so far. We haven't had any double ups. And we're going to go with BCA, and we get Eric Berry. I mean, any of the BCA cards you've got to love just for what they stand for. I think Eric Berry's beaten cancer, so you've got to respect him for that, and hopefully his card will play really well for us in the game. I mean, there's a few other cards there who would have done really well, but Eric Berry especially, we needed a strong safety, and to get him in the team, you can't complain whatsoever. And with the third one, we're going to go with Signature, and we get a big one. We get AJ Green, 97 rated. So that card looks absolutely phenomenal. He's 6'4". He'll play like sort of like a Calvin Johnson Ultimate Legend, that sort of player. But that's definitely going to bolster the team up. We're probably going to get like a 90 overall team with all the new additions to the team as well. And as you can see, I'll move into the team here, and we actually do have a 90 overall team. We've got AJ Green as the #1 receiver. No question about that. He's just a better card than Hakeem Nicks, to be honest. As you can see on the right hand side there, he's pretty much, if you send him on a streak, he's going to be way better. He's got one less jump in, but he's 6'4" compared to Hakeem Nicks, who's 6 foot or 6'1" or something, so he should be winning a lot of jump balls. And on defence here, as you can see, we got Joe Hayden as our second cornerback, and we've got Eric Berry as the strong safety, who hopefully will make some big plays. You can see with that 90 hit power, he's got a pretty good card, to be honest. He's quick, he's tall as well, and he's got good hit power, and that's pretty much what you need from a strong safety. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed the episode up to this point with the new additions. Smash a like on the like button if you have. Let's try and go over 15 likes. Comment down below on the filters to put in for next episode. I actually want to try and get some lower rated cards into the team as well to mix things up a little bit, as a few of you have mentioned. So maybe might go for a bronze or a silver filter, or might go for the team filters next episode. So actually, if you want to put the team down, the filter you want me to go with, I'll probably go with that next episode. And also subscribe if you are new to the channel. But jumping into the first game here, I'm going to put 2 games into today's episode, because this game was a rather short one, as you'll see. Coming up against someone here, he's going to go for a pass on the first play of the game. He's just going to lob it deep, and that is brilliant breakup play there. I'm pretty sure that was from Eric Berry, who already making an impact. First player, the first time we've used him, breaks up a pass that in this year's Madden doesn't usually get broken up. But my guy here is going to dump it off. We're going to force him to 4th down on his first little drive. He's going to call hurry up, so he's going to go for it, and I'm debating whether to send a heavy blitz in, but since he's got a lot of people on the line, I'm thinking going coverage is probably better. And he's going to go with some curl routes, and I went cover 2, and people just dropped back a lot, and he got a nice easy first down there. But when people come out in this formation, I'm always worried that they're going to go with a toss play, and if you don't use that right, it tends to work for them. But he went for a screen play, and luckily we locked that up with Showbear anyway, and it was on his 4th down, so we managed to get a nice turnover on his first drive. And I'm just going to run it with Bo any chance I get early on in the game. So he's going to sort of break off a tackle there, get a nice first down. And what I'm going to do here, I see right hand side's reasonably open if we can get a nice block. So Bo's just going to get a few good yards. I mean, I'm just going to take the easy yards while I can get him in the red zone, because it's quite hard to score a pass in the red zone at this point, I think, for me anyway. But as you can see, we're just going to run a fullback dive, get the first down, and for some reason he'd had enough at this point. I mean, he pushed his luck on 2 4th downs, but couldn't handle it when I managed to get a 3rd down. Very confusing. But I'm going to jump into another game for you guys, because that one obviously wasn't long enough. Hopefully this game will be a bit better, and as you'll see as we go on, it was a really good game. It was against someone who ran the ball a lot, which is very rare in this year's Madden. So it was definitely weird to adjust to someone who was running a lot, like sending quite a few blitzes in, and it's not something I tend to do a lot unless people run heavy against me, which is probably 1 in 20 people. But saying that, he passed on this play, one of the first plays of the game, gets a nice pass. I think he's maybe trying to throw me off a little bit. Don't know how many runs I'll show, because they were sort of a lot of 6-yard gains or something like that. But as you can see, he's running it here. He's just going to run up the middle, get off a few tackles, and pick up another nice first down. But once again, he's going to go with the pass, and as you can see, Grimaldi makes a really, really nice interception there. Played the zone perfectly, and there was no one near him to sort of disrupt his interception, and he manages to get a nice one. And first play of the game for me, I'm going to lob it up to AJ Green. Doesn't get anywhere near it. So my first offensive play with trying to use AJ Green doesn't end up working out, which is quite frustrating because, you know, I want to get some good big plays with AJ Green early on, since he's the big player that I've got this episode, and probably the biggest, most expensive player of the series so far, because he's actually more expensive than Bo. But we get a nice lock up over the middle there. He goes for it on 4th down, which is a theme of this episode. People go for it on 4th down consistently. This guy went for it on 4th down every time. But it ends up working out for him. I overplayed the route there with Poe, and I've got to get better at my user in, to be honest. My user in over the middle is absolutely terrible. If I got better at that, I think I'd win a lot more games more convincingly. As you can see there, I just tried to stop his run, to be honest, so he'd have nothing open and he'd panic. But it didn't end up working out, and he manages to pick up his second 4th down in a row, and he's going to go back to the run game, which we're locking up reasonably well. He's getting a few good gains with it, but whenever I send a blitz, he's getting nowhere. It's just trying to work out when he's going to run it and when he's going to do a play action like that. And we send a big blitz that time, and luckily it ends up working out for us. So he's 2nd and 19. Now I know I can afford for him to run it twice, because he'll probably get 5-6 yards a run, so he'll still have about 10 yards after the 2nd and 3rd down. And we managed to break up the play there nicely. Should be an interception. Hopefully they update that for next year's Madden. Haven't played Madden 17 yet or anything, but hopefully they update that, because there'll be a lot more interceptions, which is a lot more realistic for plays like that. But we get a nice lock up there on 4th down. I knew he was going to send it deep, and once again, I see AJ Green's only got one guy near him. He's going cover 1 or cover 3. Actually, I think it might be cover 3. So he sent that one guy deep. I'm going to lob it up to AJ Green, and he manages to get beaten again. So that's 2 times I've tried to lob it to AJ Green. I've had 2 offensive plays in the whole first half, and they've both been intercepted. Very frustrating. He makes a nice read there. Pretty unlucky of him that it didn't come off. Bad pass. But he's trying to grind his way up the field a little bit. He's got about 3 or 4 4th downs at this point, so I know how to lock him up. My defence is definitely doing work at this point in the game. He manages to shrug off 2 hit sticks there. Very annoying. But we still managed to get the stop, luckily. So it's 3rd and 6 at this point. There's no score in the whole first half at this point, so I just want to make something happen, make something interesting happen out of the game. As you can see, it's 4th and 6th, and I just want to get a stop, or if anything, let him have a big play and, you know, get some action going. So, I mean, if he scores, I have to score, so pressure will be on. But we managed to get a stop, so I just want to score at this point. I'm not going to throw it. I'm going to run it with Bo, and Bo doesn't let me down. I mean, Bo Jackson, he's definitely the best running back I've used all year, hands down. But I'm just trying to work this guy out. 3rd down, going to go with a screen pass. Hadn't done one yet, knew he wouldn't expect it, and Bo is wide open. He's got a few good blockers. I'm just happy with the 1st down there, to be honest. I'm going to take my field goal because it's coming towards the end of the 2nd quarter. I called a timeout on 5 seconds. Should have waited an extra second. But he got to 1 second. I onside kicked it, and we managed to get possession at the half. He onside kicked it as well, actually. So that's why we're starting on his 33. He's forced me to 3rd down, though. I'm just going to go with a pass over the middle. As you can see, one of them was open. Luckily, I picked Akeem Nicks, who is making a lot more plays than AJ Green in this episode. I mean, AJ Green has caused 2 interceptions when he should be catching at least one of them, I think, or at least locking it up. But like I said, Bo Jackson doesn't let me down. He just makes plays. He just ran through that gap. No one was getting anywhere near him, and even if they did, he'd shrug it off. We get a nice 10-0 lead. This guy hasn't threatened to score once in this game, to be honest. He hasn't had one really good drive, and we get a nice sack again. I mean, if I'm sending a blitz, it tends to either get a sack or stop the run. So at this point, I'm tending to send a fair few blitzes, unless it's 3rd and 17. I don't see the point in sending a blitz. I might as well just go coverage, lock everything up, especially lock up over the middle. I've got 2 guys lurking over the middle, as you can see, and we managed to get a nice stop there. That's Eric Berry making so many plays this game. That card played out of its skin. It played like a 99 rated this game, which I'm very glad for. And he got very lucky with the catch there. We had 2 guys locking that up. That's his 4th fourth down conversion. He's going for a 5th fourth down conversion here, which you shouldn't be allowing to happen. But luckily, Eric Berry once again making plays, lurking over the middle, and he's running against linemen. That is a pick 6 for Eric Berry in his first game. High stepping into the end zone. Can't get better than that, to be honest. That's what I wanted him to do. He was the perfect strong safety in this game. As you can see, we're 17-0 up. We sent a nice blitz. He manages to nearly get off a pass there. I'd have been pretty pissed off if he got that off, to be honest. Throwing on the run, really under pressure with Teddy Bridgewater. Shouldn't be making a throw like that and getting a conversion. But you can see I'm just lurking over the middle with my terrible user game. Should be a pick there, not a user pick. CPU should have got the pick for me there. Unlucky we don't. And he's driving his way up the field. Another potential pick coming in there. I'm happy with a pat down, but would have preferred a pick because it was straight at him. Should be making that catch. He's going to throw it over the middle and get an extra 5 yards for some reason. He's trucking 3 of my guys at the same time. I had to gamble on the toss or the fullback dive here. Gambled on the wrong one. He manages to gain a touchdown. Fair play to the guy. He worked hard for that touchdown, as you can see. Played all the way to the 4th quarter without scoring. Don't see that too often, but at this point, I'm just going to run it with Bo. Don't see the point in risking an interception. If Bo's, he's getting yards the whole time. So I'm just going to give it to him where I can. And he was jumping offside a fair bit, as you can see, 1st and 5th. I could have used a lot of routes there. I thought I'd try and give AJ Green another go, since he hasn't actually got a good pass, catch or anything this game, to be honest. But he went with the same blitz, AJ Green 1-on-1. To be honest, I think he should be coming down with that and making a few moves with it, but he didn't. Bo Jackson tried to truck a guy there, didn't end up working out. But it's 17-6. It's coming towards the end of the 4th quarter. I know I've got the game in the bag. I just want to get a touchdown. And as you can see, wide open over there is Sammy Coates. Absolutely love Sammy Coates in this game. He's probably been the best wide receiver we've had. Him and Hakeem Nicks, definitely. It could be either one of them, but Sammy Coates has definitely made the most plays, I think. But that is the end of the episode. 2 wins out of 2. I mean, we're unbeaten with this team so far. So if you guys have enjoyed the video up to this point, smash a like on the like button, like I said. Let's try and get 15 likes. Comment down below on the team you want me to use for the filter. Potentially we'll get some hidden gems or something into the team like that. Be nice to see, rather than the high 90s all the time. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for another episode.